So after almost 2 years from his debut album, Nardo Wick is starting to release again, pleasing us with tracks like Deep End.
Hoodie on, all my jewelry on, neck froze on. When it's smoky, gotta clear the air.
As you can hear, the main piano melody is really unique and catchy, and is sounding similar to the one in Da Da Da.
Freak, baby boy, concrete, little nigga. Yeah, rapping all that shit, I'm still a street love.
So in this video I'm going to teach you how to make these catchy hard beats using the same strategies, so let's get into it. So first of all, the BPM of these songs is really fast, so let's set it to 170. Now to make something similar to Da Da Da, we need to analyze the piano pattern first. So I'm just going to load up the piano tab from my analog lab bank, and this is the melody in Da Da Da. So as you can see, we are only using a piano, but we have 3 different melodies. Of course, the bass notes are going to play the root note, and then at the end it went up to A sharp. But here this melody is really interesting because it's really catchy, and here the bounce is playing a really important part. Then of course we have also a top melody using pretty much the same notes, so they will blend perfectly together. And this is the MIDI of Deep End. As you can see, again here the bounce is playing a key part. In the second part we are playing the same notes but a little bit delayed, and that's a really good strategy to create that bounce. Now let's set the key to D minor and let's try to find a melody like this. Okay, this is already sounding bouncy. As you can see, these 2 notes are offbeat. And then here we have some notes playing on the beat, and this is creating bounce. Now we can just copy this over and create some variation here. Ooh. Yeah, it's really important to change the last note of these melodies because this is what is going to create that variation. Now let's add some bass notes. Okay, I like this. Now it's time to add that top melody like in Da Da Da. As we saw before, he always went down to the 5th note of the scale, but we can do something similar by always going to the root note, in this case is D. So let's use the same note that we used here, A, F and E. I don't like this note. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so as you can see, it's really simple to make these melodies, but if you don't have any ideas, you can just play around with your MIDI keyboard and you will find something that you like. So now it's time to add some effects on them, but I want to process them in different ways, so I'm just going to clone this piano for 3 times and link them to different mixer tracks. So we can start with the main melody. I want to remove some frequencies from this melody. It's creating like a radio effect. We already have some reverb on this piano preset, so I'm not going to add it, but we can add some delay on this. Just to make it sound fuller. Maybe let's add some more reverb on the top melody. Wait, actually we can boost a bit the high end. And let's try to pan them, one on the right and one on the left, so it's going to sound wider. Yeah, I like that. So basically the 2 songs that we analyzed are really simple and have basically only the piano melody playing for all the beat. But I want to add some other instruments to make it sound fuller and have some variation that we can use in the arrangement. I want to add something like a bell, so I will go in my Nebula one-shot kit. And by the way guys, the Nebula kit is heavily discounted right now, so if you want to check it out, the link is in the description. Ooh, let's use this key. We can do something like this with the envelope, and maybe set the modes to stretch. A lot of the times to create counter melodies you don't have to do too much. Like for example, we could just copy this top melody and paste it in this key. And I want to try to stretch it and make it slower. Yeah, that's fire, man. Okay, I want to try to flip this. So to recreate that classic Nardo Wick sound, we could use as always these 2 plugins that are Fin Micro or Portal. Fin Micro is basically adding a pitched up delay. But I really like to use Portal because you can really customize the sound that you want. Yeah. Yeah, let's try to render this. Maybe we can stretch it and reverse it as always. Let's try to stretch it again. Yeah. I like this. And maybe we can also make a pen automation. We can go here and click LFO and mess with these settings. Yeah. Okay, I really like this. But I want to add an instrument that is going to add a lot of tension. I think I already used this trick in a previous video, but let's try to use a string. And the trick basically consists in just holding one note. Yeah. But we can create some variation. This works because it's really subtle and the average listener won't even notice that it's there, but they will feel that tension. Now this is already kinda full, but I want to add another instrument because I know we're going to have a part where I will remove the main melody like this. And I would like to have another counter melody playing here. So I will open the Mellotron from Arturia and let's try to find a preset that I like. Ooh, this one can work. So let's try to copy the main melody and paste it here in this new instrument, but we need to change the bounce and the notes of it. With the Mellotron it's really easy to layer sounds, so let's try to do that. Try this violin. Ooh. Yeah. Sounds some reverb on this. And the chorus too. This is starting to sound crazy, man. Okay, now we can arrange this. Yeah, this is the intro. Then the drop. Yeah, just repetitive. Then on the second part we can bring back the piano. Yeah. This is the verse. Let's try to pitch down this Mellotron. But I want to change the sound of the strings. So now it's time to add some crazy drums, but before I want to create some variation here in the intro by adding a bass. Ooh, this alien one is crazy. And you already know that for the drums I will use the Nebula Cosmic Drum Kit. Wait, I have an idea. Let's add a pause here. Yeah, sounding insane, man. And now it's time to add these drums. Now the drums in these beats are the classic hard Nardo Wick drums. So let's add a snare. Play around with the velocity here. Yeah. Let's try these hi-hats. And here we need to kinda go crazy with the rolls. For these fast beats I suggest you to use these 1/3 step rolls. You can just copy this over. Let's use this one. Yeah. Let's add a head too. And here we need to create some energy. And let's add also this perk. Okay, now as you can hear, the drums are sounding crowded, and now it's time for the 808. You already know we're going to use the spins. We need to set the pen to 0. Yeah. And here at the end we can go crazier. Yeah. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, remember to drop a sub, like and comment, and check out this video if you want to make the craziest beats.